Hey guys, welcome back. BDC Gare here, and we're back with our weekly recap of all things Injustice. This is for the week of May 21st, 2020. The current challenge is Gaslight Batman. That's a 1 week repeat. The required characters for that are Batgirl, Joker, and Raven, which are Challenge Gold, Silver, and Challenge Gold respectively. So unfortunately, this is going to be a little bit hard to complete for newer players.
Right.
Passive is Guardian Angel, which is Batman evades enemy tag-in attacks and has a high chance to throw a grenade that causes burning upon enemy tag-in. On teammate tag-in, a swarm of bats attacks the enemy, which causes damage over time, and a chance for the enemy basic attacks to miss for 6 seconds. 1400 attack and 1400 health, last available in January of 2019.
Whoa.
Yeah, so
That's
it's been a while.
Almost
Year and a half.
almost,
Yeah.
yeah. So, great high stats. I think among the highest stats with the combined 2,800 base points.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting passive in that it's a very much a defensive kind of passive. I really hate facing him in multiplayer because our main team is based around tagging in for power, and his passive negates the Master's Death card generating power for you.
Yeah.
He's got the Batman speed, which is good. He's got the same total stats as Flashpoint Batman, but Flashpoint has 1,500 attack, or 1,500, yeah, and 1,300 in health. So Flashpoint is more geared towards damage, the way we like it.
Yeah, but not by a lot.
Not by a lot, exactly. Overall, he's a good card to play with. The second part of his passive, when his teammates tag in, it doesn't really make a difference, I think, in when we're facing him in our gameplay.
Yeah.
I think you just ignore it. Mainly because our team's centered around specials because of Tantu Totem, even despite the Master's Death card.
But in a sense, even ignoring it actually makes it good because it'll give you little boosts here and there, and you don't even have to pay attention. You don't have to do any work to get them, so it just happens naturally.
Yeah, I guess the issue is, it is a huge pain in the butt if you're going to be leaning on a basic attack strategy, because 6 seconds
if you're
is a long time. Yeah, because all you can do, you take a swing, it doesn't connect, you're not generating power,
and then maybe you get whacked too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think, you know what's interesting? It's this. There's a whole bunch of things, not just Gaslight Batman, but all the entry hazard things. And along with Astro Harness and Tantu Totem, these have changed the game in a way. And I guess more so with the Astro Harness, Tantu Totem, and Gaslight Batman, it's relegated basic attack teams a bit to the trash heap, right?
Yeah, which is fun. That's closer to how it was actually when the game started out. Because in online multiplayer, it made a lot more sense to, when there wasn't like gear or anything, to make basic attack a lot more viable and not that many passes that focused on it. Right. It was basically specials were how you did it.
Although I guess it's like specials on steroids, because what happened was that it would still take you longer if you were going to focus on specials. It would still take you a while to generate the bars of power.
Absolutely incredible. Yeah, for sure.
And I guess I should point out too that after 13 weeks in a row, where the challenge characters followed a previous pattern, not continuously, but one from earlier, it broke away from it. It's
hard to say exactly why.
Yeah, it's interesting though. Yeah, it might be, but I mean so we'll see what happens next. Now it's all going to be a big surprise.
Mm-hmm. This week's multiplayer award is Nekron Scythe, which becomes, it's Black Power Battery, which becomes Nekron Scythe. Right. And when it's fully maxed out, it gives you 40% power steal on basic attacks if HP is lower than 15%, 200% increased damage against frozen or stunned opponents, 40% life drain on basic attacks if HP is lower than 15%, and the evolved ability, which is KO an enemy to gain Resurrect with 65% health on death once per match.
Yeah, so, alright, so this was last available March 2019. It was first available January 2019. Mm-hmm. It was a quick repeat, actually. And after 58 weeks in a row, we have a change in the cycle.
Yeah, finally.
Right.
So it looks like the update brought a couple things.
Right. So it would have been the mother box, so the pattern had stayed the same. And the first time it ran in January 2019, Master's Death Cart was next. The second time it ran in March, Arkham Origins Deadshot was next.
Yeah, and I hope for the sake of everyone who doesn't have it that it's Master's Death Card next, because that would also be the cue to us that the pattern has been fixed in a way to bring in some of the stuff that wasn't available before.
Yeah, and I'm not sure actually if it's either one of those, whether Tantu Totem will be part of the cycle. I think maybe we need to have it be neither to be the best case scenario.
Okay.
I want to say that it's a true legendary gear. It's only one of 2 that boosts damage against stunned opponents.
Yeah.
And it would be worth the gear slot if it did nothing else except for that.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't do a lot else for our teams except for that.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? The boosted damage against frozen opponents makes it even better. And the one revive for knocking out an opponent makes it amazing, right? And it's not just a revive like the 4th World Gear set where you need 2 pieces and you only get like 35%
All
of
you
health.
need to do is get a KO, which for most characters it's pretty easy to guarantee. If you have the team that you should have, you should be able to at least trade 1 for 1.
Right, because I'd rather knock somebody out than to just take 2 slots of gear and only come back with like less than half of your health.
Yeah. Although this revive ability does skew heavier to offensive.
Oh yeah,
it's
for
not,
sure.
It's not nearly as good on a defensive character.
Right. So the power drain and lifesteal sound great, but it doesn't come into play often enough, I think, in our fights because of how rarely and how short a period of time you can keep your health in the right range without getting knocked out, or just actually improving your health once you lifesteal enough.
What it should really do is just trigger 1 time when your health drops to 15% or below for a certain number of seconds. And then it would actually be good.
Yeah. Now, if you're in that window where you're lifestealing and power stealing, what's kind of funny is you run into the same problem against a card that has 2 pieces of LexCorp gear, the same thing you watch out for if you're playing Batman Ninja Catwoman. Which I guess is another testament to just how good that one metal card is. That Batman Ninja Catwoman is so good because she's able to it's combo ender, so it's not quite the same, but she can do it all the time, whatever her health is. So she's actually kind of really ridiculously powerful. Although we should be talking about Nekron Scythe, not about Batman Ninja Catwoman.
In the store, we have the Ultimate Bundle Top Teammates Pack for $70 Canadian. So there's no, what we normally say here is a challenge character.
We start with the one that's going to be potentially next week. So what's interesting is the last time Gaslight Batman ran, the next week was Rebirth Raven. So we don't have a clue to it, and we're just going by the pattern as far as a guess, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so we're a lot less confident in this guess, too, because obviously the order switched up.
Yeah.
So there's no guarantee that we're even on the same, order. It's possible that they've shuffled it around. But our slight guess, and this time it's a little bit better than just looking at the store and telling you what's in the store, is Rebirth Raven as, I don't know how likely it is. I'm not super confident, but...
So it's interesting. So this is one of 4 big cash packs.
Yeah.
$70 contains 4 complete teams. That's 12 characters.
Which is probably one of the better deals that you get, because it's less than $10 a character.
But less than 6?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, because 6 would be $72, right? So 4 complete top teams, and I think it's probably fair. At least 3 of them are pretty top teams.
Yeah.
So there's this Flashpoint one. There's only 3 Flashpoint characters. There's a Batman Ninja one, and they made the right choice by picking Batman, Nightwing, and the most important one, Catwoman. Rebirth, Green Arrow, Jessica Cruz, and Raven. I think Jessica Cruz is really the star there. And the one that I'd say is questionable for being a top team is the Suicide Squad one, where it's got Harley Quinn, Deadshot, and the worst Suicide Squad Joker, because there's 2 of them.
That's true.
And the unhinged one is the one that's got the passive that's really kind of lame.
That actually sort of sucks worse than no passive, basically.
Yeah. So it's a combination of challenge characters and multiplayer exclusives and some medals at less than $6 a card if you've got the cash. If you're going to be inclined to spend that over time, that'd be great, but it's just a large amount to drop all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also have the Ultimate Bundle Villains and Monsters for $70 Canadian again. So that comes with 10 of what they call the best villains. So it's a little bit more expensive, right? There's 2 less characters in it, but it still comes to about 7 per card.
Yeah. Yeah, so Arkham Origins Bane, Kanak Black Adam, Arkham Knight Catwoman, Apocalypse Darkseid, Suicide Squad Deadshot. So you've got duplicates, right? So you've got the same Suicide Squad team here. You've got Flashpoint Deathstroke, you've got Blackest Night Doomsday, Red Lantern Hal Jordan, and we mentioned Suicide Squad already.
Yeah, and Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn, and Joker Unhinged, yeah. It sort of feels like a kick in the teeth to call Red Lantern Hal Jordan one of the best villains now.
Ooh,
where he probably is, but, it's unfortunate. And then we also have the Ultimate Bundle Bringers of Justice, which is also 70 Canadian, and it's 10 of the best heroes. So there's a lot of big bundles this week.
Yes. Oh, and it reminds me, reading the list now, that our last Q&A just a couple days ago, we forgot some of the most important, the most recent flashes.
We forgot a lot of flashes.
Yes, we should make up for that next week in our Q&A. So it's got New 52 Superman, Dawn of Justice Batman, Dawn of Justice Wonder Woman, Injustice 2 Aquaman, Earth 2 Flash, Yellow Lantern Hal Jordan, Martian Manhunter, Rebirth Green Arrow, Earth 2 Hawkgirl, and Arkham Knight Batgirl. Mm-hmm. I mean, the only real sort of waste of money there is Martian Manhunter, waste of space. But it's still, I mean, as far as packs go, you're not going to get much better in terms of price per card, except with the top teams bundle, which is also this week.
And if that weren't enough bundles in the store, we also have the character bundle Arkham Allies for 27 Canadian, which comes with Arkham Knight Batman, Arkham Knight Catwoman, and it comes with gears. So it comes with the hooded cloak, which becomes the cowl for Batman.
Which is not the regular Batsuit one, so it's a different gear. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And, not bad deal. If you don't have as much money and you're looking for something, you could get that.
Well, because Arkham Knight Batman was never available as a challenge. He was only ever in the Arkham pack. That was a drop, and that hasn't been back except for... Well, actually, I don't think it's been back because it was always the bad Arkham pack that came in.
But the problem is you're not going to get him to an appropriate elite level unless you have a ton of money.
Right, yeah, because just a reminder, all these packs, you do not unlock them in the store. That means if to promote them, you'd have to spend more and more cash unless you've already unlocked the ones that are unlockable.
Yeah. In our Survivor, we have the Suicide Squad gear set until the 3rd of June, 2020.
Right. Phantom Zone, we still got one more week of that. There's double XP for the weekend. Fight 62 is still completely broken. Last weekend's breakthrough was Zod, Aquaman, and Shazam. So, based on schedule, likely it's going to be Catwoman, Deathstroke, and Raven. Mm-hmm. So, moving on, current glitches. Remember that every working glitch is explained in a video as part of the playlist that you can reach by clicking the eye in the top right corner of this video. We are Android only, so we can only confirm these glitches for Android.
Mm-hmm. Starting off with the significant not working glitches, there's nothing for credits. We talked about this in more detail in Season 6, Episode 9 of our P&Q and C&A&T, which we'll have linked here in the description. Basically, there's a 2-device glitch that we do not support because we have had bad experiences with being signed in on multiple devices in the past. And more than that, they're just...
Well, simultaneously.
Yeah, simultaneously. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. And more than that, there's just sort of a general risk that we cannot be sure is not there.
Right.
And so we don't endorse any glitches that have a risk of losing your account, like getting your account banned, and this we believe has that.
Right.
And obviously we haven't tested it ourselves, so we don't have any direct evidence, but we have our suspicions.
Right. So we're still on the not working stuff. So there used to be a glitch for getting past multiplayer season rewards repeatedly. Doesn't work. For getting it early, it doesn't work in a way that you can actually exploit it because it's too early to be able to rank up to get the good rewards. There's no glitch to get through Phantom Zone quickly, although we have a strategy video recently about how to do speedruns. Mm-hmm. And there's no free energy without having to watch the video because there's no more button to get energy by watching a video.
Mm-hmm. Moving on to the working glitches, the glitch to let you play Phantom Zone repeatedly is still working. And the challenge reset method that requires Google Play Cloud Save is also still working, tested and confirmed with the current Gaslight Batman challenge. We mentioned them together because if you do one, you do both. So be willing to reset both or reset neither.
So we've been getting a lot of questions lately. So what about the video? It probably is worth mentioning right here where we're actually talking about the videos. The eye in the top right corner is a playlist, and there's a whole bunch of videos in it where if you click on the video, it explains exactly what we're talking about. Yeah. Okay.
We've also cut and pasted a comment from a viewer, Jonathan Yang, on how to reset the challenge on iOS devices. Like I mentioned at the top, we can't confirm this for ourselves, but we have gotten comments from viewers that says it works, and I don't think we've gotten any feedback that says it doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
The breakthrough glitch let you play it repeatedly is still working. The airplane mode / refund glitch is also working. Time shifting still works in Android for unlimited survivor play and energy recharges. Very important point. Bring your countdown clock back to normal before you finish. Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, in between the not working and working glitches, we have the promotion glitch, where you can promote characters that are still locked. It hasn't had the right conditions since like 2.14. It's been a very long time now. So it's not testable, it's not usable, but it has never been tested and failed. Right. So technically, it has not been... we don't know if it's been patched out or not. So it's in a sort of limbo state, but we can't say that it's been patched.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's it. So, like... we usually end it. Big thank you to our patrons on Patreon, and that's Consul Peasant and Edwoon at the top tier last word, Mohammed Albshaiti at the Your Message Here tier, Shawn Farrell, Daniel Simonson, Aaron Maule, Michael DeVries, Brandon Z, and Irvin Ruiz, who are supporting us on the credited level, and Chris Wolff and Scarlet Enby at the gratitude level.
Yeah, thanks so much. We'll see you next time.
Komoda.